Hello everyone. The story I'm going to share today is the dying leper experiences a miracle. In ancient China, there was a man named Zhaoqu who had leprosy for many years. He went to see several doctors, but in vain. Gradually, all his hair fell out, and his fingers and toes became deformed. His condition kept getting worse until finally he was dying. One day, he told his family, "I'm afraid that I will die soon. Just take me to the mountains and leave me there. I don't want to die at home because I don't want any one of you to get infected." Of course, the family knew how serious leprosy was, so they felt that what he suggested was reasonable. They prepared some grain and took him to the mountain cave to spend his remaining days. Zhaoqu felt lonely living in the cave by himself. Because his days were numbered, he felt very depressed, and he complained in his heart about his bitter fate. Day and night he sighed, and his tears flowed down his cheeks. One day, Immortal passed by the cave. He noticed that Zhaoqu was tortured by the sickness. After great sympathy, he stopped and asked Zhaoqu why he was living there by himself. Zhaoqu looked at the old man. Although his hair and beard were pure white, he looked very energetic, and he walked like a young man. Zhaoqu guessed that he was not an ordinary person, so he told the old man that he was a leper, and that was why he lived there by himself. He also pleaded with the old man to help him treat the disease. The old man thought Zhaoqu still cared about his family even though he was sick and dying. Kindness must be repaid, so he quickly took out a gourd from which he poured out some herbal powder and gave it to Zhaoqu. He told him how to mix it with water and how many times a day he should eat it. Then he disappeared. Zhaoqu didn't even get a chance to thank him. Following the Immortal's instruction, Zhaoqu took the herbal powder for 3 months. His disease disappeared. His complexion looked rosy, and his skin became smooth and youthful. Looking at Zhaoqu, you will not believe that he once had leprosy. When the Immortal passed by the area one day, he stopped by to see him. Zhaoqu repeatedly bowed to him and thanked him. He begged the Immortal to give him the formula for the powder so that he could help other people who are suffering from leprosy. The Immortal appreciated Zhaoqu's kindness and told him this herbal powder is made from pine resin. There are many pine trees on this mountain, so it's easy to collect resin. Just extract the powder from it. You can also eat it, and it will help you live longer. Then he taught Zhaoqu how to extract the resin and turn it into powder. He also told him not to tell anyone how to do this, in case someone used it to make money. Zhaoqu remembered what the Immortal told him. He traveled around the mountain and collected some pine resin. Then he left the cave and returned to his home. His family members thought that he died long ago. When they saw him, they thought he was a ghost, and they were speechless. Seeing his family members' expressions, Zhaoqu could not help laughing. He told them everything that had happened. They were overjoyed and joyously celebrated his rebirth. Zhaoqu kept eating pine resin. Whenever he heard that someone had leprosy, he would go and help them. But he never accepted any money. Gradually, he felt his body was getting lighter and stronger than before. He did not feel tired, even after climbing the mountain all day. When Zhaoqu was 170 years old, his hair was still black, and he still had all his teeth. He was as energetic as a young man. One day, he led a cow up the mountain. and never came back. People guessed that he must have become immortal. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.